Monday, June 30th, and the Dome Foamers podcast is back. And I'm your host, Christian Kruger, joined by my boys, Brian Dorton and Neil Mieski. And we're just lifelong Astros fans that love to talk about the Stros. So, boys, let's go. Episode 86. We're back. Had a little baseball game last night. Dorton was at Robert O'Keefe.
Bobby Earl.
Bob Earl.
I've heard of him.
It's
You
one
heard
of
of
the
that
few.
guy? You heard of
I
that
know
guy?
that guy.
Mieski has heard of George Strait, Merle Haggard,
Yes.
Um,
John Conley.
John Conley, and Robert O'Keefe.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
So-
about right.
So I went to one of those.
Yeah, you went to one of
Nice.
those.
Fun fact. We sat in the same section as Lance Berkman. Saw Mr. Berkman. So
Man,
Lance,
He
if
didn't
you're
have a-
listening at home,
dude, your nose is brown.
Enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
He doesn't have a job right now, I don't think. He's not
name
coaching
drop.
baseball anymore.
Name drop.
But,
Yes, well done.
Let's cover our beautiful and wonderful sponsor, Two Gringos Chupacabra. Y'all have heard us many times if you listen to us. They are the best when it comes to this. Go on their website, 2gringoschupacabra.com. That is the number 2, Gringos Chupacabra, and use the code DOME20 for 20% off. We are doing this nice little sample pack on a weekly basis that they ship out. And I know we have a couple winners last week, so they should either have already received it or be getting it soon. Mieski is our social media guru. God help us. He does
Yep.
all this, but the people there are awesome. We've said it every time. We're going to keep saying it. They do a great job, and their rubs and seasonals are the best. So it's July 4th coming up this week.
Boom.
Get to grilling. Get some Two Gringos Chupacabra. You can get them at HEB and other stores as well, but that's the number 2, Gringos Chupacabra. Funny name, serious flavor. All right, boys. Let's do some housekeeping real quick. 50-34, the third best record in baseball currently. 5-1 week. Yes, we'll get to that in a minute. 6.5 games up. Mieski doesn't get predictions right very often, so buddy, let's just let you have this moment. You picked 5-1. Hey, you take it away, bro.
I thought I picked 4-2, to be honest.
You probably did, but I want to give you some love.
Yeah, I mean,
There's no possible way anyone could ever find this out. So sorry.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
It's 5-1.
Mine was 5-1.
Yeah,
Well,
because no way that anybody can ever possibly figure this out.
when
It's
you
okay. I will check the recording, and we will edit this if we have to. Like, I will come back. Yeah,
When-
we need to.
Okay.
when you're right as often as I am,
Which isn't much.
It just, I mean, it's old hat. I mean, what do you want me to say?
Is this the first prediction this week? I mean, this year on the weekly thing?
Not even close. Not even close.
Okay.
I think I missed one. Yeah, I mean, really, really impressive. Like that's why my background says wow. I mean, like really, really impressive. We've said this a couple times how awesome or how stacked maybe the National League is compared to the American League, and maybe pump the brakes. I mean, I don't want to say, June baseball is the end all say all, but golly, that was impressive. Obviously McCullers sucked it up, and
no, let's not go there. That's for later.
And
The only loss of the week.
yeah, I mean, but I will say the minor concern is our hitting. I mean, it wasn't like we just killed it. And now with our leadoff hitter out, who was out the last 2 games, that's a gaping hole. So, being 50
For fairness, Bryce Harper was out for the Phillies. That needs to be, you got to put that in there.
agreed, and so was Jordan.
Yep.
But
Wait, who?
Yeah, but I agree. I agree. I mean, we're not saying June baseball equates to October baseball, but the June baseball games count.
Mhm.
And so I just very impressive to what we're doing at home is unbelievable. Like 18 games over 500 at home, 32 and 14 is insane. So we need to obviously work on our road record. But yeah, I mean
Yeah, but I've
that's
always on that point, I've always said play 500 on road and then
sure.
make your hay at home, and that's
Hmm.
basically what they're
Yep.
doing. We're 16 games over and 18 over on the at home.
For
So
sure. Yeah, and hopefully in Colorado this week we can pull up a little bit and maybe even surprise some Dodger fans who they've got their fair share of injuries as well. But yeah, I mean, what an impressive week. Hats off to the whole organization, really. I mean, it was pitching led, and we did enough to scrape runs when we needed to. So, and Dorton being there 2 out of the 3 games against Chicago, I'm calling the curse over.
I'm
Three.
not.
You went
I
three
will.
games out of 6.
Yeah, I
No,
won't.
we were there. Yeah, we were there for we were two for the Phillies, 3 for the Cubs.
Man, must be nice. I will never say that curse is over. It ever, because it's. I mean, he went like 125 straight games with a
I know.
loss.
We still have
I will
some
say
ground to make up
this.
here.
I will say this. It has turned. And he would be the absolute winning streak killer. And however, he was not. It was
Yeah.
just McCoffey
Yeah.
was the winning streak killer.
Yes. I'm not
Well,
ready to
we'll get
test.
there.
I'm not ready to test Dorton's luck in the playoffs just yet.
No, 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 no.
Don't
Okay,
no
so
don't don't
we'll
do that.
Take
yeah
take it.
we'll just
Pump
take
the
it one
brakes.
step at a time.
Pump the
Yep.
brakes. Pump the brakes.
Okay, but yeah, that's where my temperature is. Wow. I mean that's impressive week.
All right, Dorton, fire away.
Yep, two biggies, right? Number one, I completely agree with Neil. Coming into the week, me talking about how much better from top of the roster to the bottom of the roster, the NL, just about every NL team feels and looks on paper. And we finished a 3-game series with the Phillies, and Chrissy's like, this team? This team that we just swept? And it's like, well, but yeah, but they're really good. Are you sure? You're sure but yeah, I I think so. I think so. And then we play the Cubs. Well, the Cubs, listen, plus 104 like run differential, right?
Yeah,
Versus our
you
plus 46.
yeah, they're good.
I mean, they're every single one of those guys getting up there from one from the one to from the leadoff to the 6 hole had 15 or more home runs. Every single one of those guys, right?
They mash.
They crush the ball. And who do we put up there? Our star. Everyone knows him. Everyone loves him. Who did we put up? Game 1?
Brandon Walter.
Yes. Everyone knows him.
No,
Everyone
game one.
loves him.
No, game one was Fromber. 2 was Walt.
No, no, no. Game 1 of the Cubs.
No,
Oh, the Cubs. I'm sorry. I'm
Game 1 of the
sorry.
Cubs.
no.
Yeah. Walter gets up
Yeah.
there and
Yeah.
throws an incredible game, an absolutely incredible game. No, no one in the crowd, no one in the stands, no one in the home, nobody knows who he is. They've some people have heard of him, some people have seen some of his innings. Hopefully, everyone knows who he is now. I mean, like he was incredible. He threw an incredible game. And then our bullpen came in, and with the exception of King, maybe a hit or two here and there, like we've shut them down, and our bullpen did their job. So I would say, Neil, to your point, yeah, like our offense could use a little shot of caffeine, maybe a little bit of adrenaline, but to be honest with you,
HGH.
if we keep bringing in if we keep bringing in our minor because this is at this point, we've got Sugarland pitching for most of this. If we keep bringing these guys in, do we need to get much better at the plate? Because we can't shut them down.
Yes,
we
we
can't.
do.
We're gonna keep, if we keep shutting them down, we keep shutting them down. It would be nice if we got much better at the plate, because then it would be an absolute blowout. But you know what? I'm very happy with this week. I think I was, I saw a lot of really, really good stuff. Saw some really stupid stuff, and I saw some terrible stuff, but I saw mostly good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if they would just not start Lance Mieski McCullers, we probably would have went 6-0. I mean,
There's a chance.
yeah, there is when he's the one that gives up 8 runs and loses the only game we play.
I mean, I'll even go this far. I'm not going to even put. I'm only going to put 95% of this on LMC or LMJ. I will say this: him pitching to Tucker. Why?
Tucker went 4 for 5.
Yeah. What are we doing? Why was that? Why was that
well,
even
I mean, I know
in the
I know
cards?
I agree with you. I know we do this tongue in cheek. Well, sometimes we don't. But like let's table him for a second because we're going to get into him.
Oh, but I'm not
Okay.
even talking about him. There wasn't anything tongue in cheek about that. My
Well,
my whole
I
thing
know,
was,
but I'm about to get like, why are we
Why-
even starting
hold
him?
on.
Like, why is he even pitching?
that's fine. Okay.
And I'm being
We'll
serious.
talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay, that's fine.
He's
That's fine.
okay. Yeah, because I mean that let's table that because that
I've got more to
that
say
will.
about that.
So do I. So do I. So y'all covered. I'm not gonna 5-1 against those 2 teams is a win. Like they outplayed what everyone thought. Especially with the current situation we're in, which, oh man, I'm trying not to be that guy that like, oh, what's going to happen when it turns?
Sure.
Because I mean, like you said, one of y'all brought up, you look at the roster and it's like, what? How is this happening? But we say that every week. So we're 16 games over 500. It is what it is, and hopefully we get reinforcements back. There's nothing else that needs to be said. So we're going to move straight into hot takes. So, who wants to go first? Dorton, is yours going to wait? Hold on. Is yours going to be the longest? Yours is probably going to be the longest. You want to say yours to the end? No. Okay.
No. I'll keep it short and sweet. I mean, it's pretty concise. It's easy.
For those listening, we don't talk about this before the show or before the podcast, before we record. So just
Correct.
FYI.
Yeah. So this is easy, right? You said it perfectly. We are 6.5 games ahead in the West. We are tied for the 3rd best in Major League Baseball. We are a very good team right now. I think, personally, we should be promoting that, and we should be promoting the fans to celebrate and cheer for that team that's on the field. Okay? I get it. You want to do some nostalgia? That's fine. Like, let's welcome back Tucker. Let's welcome back Presley. It's the first time back in a Cubs uniform. That's fine. Welcome back. That's all we need. Maybe show the clip of Presley throwing the ball and Tucker catching the ball, and it's done. Right? Welcome back. We don't need a 15-minute montage of their entire career up until this point. We don't need a standing ovation. We don't need a standing ovation when Tucker gets to the plate, his first at bat, where he has to step out. We don't need that. Okay? And we definitely don't need a bunch of King Tut crowns out in the outfield. We don't need a bunch of Astro fans cheering along with the Cub fans when Tucker gets a home run or a double or I mean the thing that took it over the edge. We don't need our own freaking stadium playing the opposing team's entrance music when he's walking in to the game. I don't
Yes.
care if that was a really cool entrance when he was here. He's no longer here. And he is versus right now. And it matters. Him coming into the game right now, that matters. And I know it was a blowout at the time, but it still matters. And like, if people don't see that, I hate it. So I hated seeing that. And
I
that's my
love it.
take.
Couldn't agree with you 100. I mean, anymore. I agree.
Well,
And I'm not
I
saying boo the guys. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying they don't deserve whatever it was that happened this weekend.
I wish people that listen to this podcast realize how much and outside this podcast we disagree. And sometimes we do it just to get at each other, but we disagree a lot. And I couldn't have said that any better, except I'm shorter and sweeter, and it probably would have not been as nice. I think it's complete B. I think it's complete BS. I think Dorton nailed it. Like it's the stupidest thing ever. It's how we've just gone soft. It's how everything has just changed. I mean, I think about, and look, we all know we've all been baseball fans, historians, and that the game. Some of us know more on some topics than others, but we've been around the game forever. And I just think about like and he died this year. So what would Pete Rose have done? He wouldn't have tolerated that crap.
No. Shut it down.
No, no, no,
Not
no,
like,
no, no,
and
no,
I'm just
no.
using him as one example. George Brett, Mike Schmidt, none of those guys. Like, it's just so soft and so lame, and the fans make it worse.
But that's who they're doing it for. I mean, they're really doing it for the fans.
Right,
I mean,
which is a problem in and of itself. And I'm
correct.
not saying, but like
Agreed.
the
Agreed.
problem, like the other problem, the other unspoken thing is like, okay, like if you've ever sat on the third base side of an Astros game, and especially in a the Cubs, the Dodgers, the Yankees, good Lord, the Rangers. I mean, like there are a lot of opposing fans there. Great, fantastic. The fact that they are able to be as loud, if not louder, than the entire home crowd when things are going their way, like go do that in Dodger Stadium, see what happens. Go
Yeah.
do that in Yankee Stadium and see what happens. Go do that in Fenway and see what happens. And
Philadelphia.
that's just oh my God, in Philly, see
Brotherly
what
love.
happens.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's it. And I'm not saying that there should be like people getting
Fist fights.
put in the
Yeah.
hospital or anything like that. But I'm also saying that like we shouldn't just be okay with it. It should be
Well,
okay to be like, sit down,
like
sit
you know what?
down.
I mean, I don't know, and I know people are gonna say, "Oh, Pete Rose, oh, he gambled on baseball." Okay, fine, fine.
Okay,
Everyone,
all right, all right.
Pete Rose would have told his pitcher to hit that guy in the ribs first at bat, not because he doesn't like Kyle Tucker. He's a really good player. He went 4 for 5. Send him a message first at bat. You're coming back to Houston, bro.
Yeah.
Wear one in the ribs.
Yeah.
Wear one in the ribs.
I mean,
And I'm not saying that's right or wrong.
Kyle
but-
Tucker got a bigger ovation for getting up to the plate than he did when he struck out.
You know,
just-
like
That's all there is to it, right there.
It's just lame. It's just lame.
I don't mind if we don't do the montage.
The montage is so over the top. It's so ridiculous.
Okay, so if we took that out and Kyle Tucker comes to bat, I'll probably stand up, clap, hat
I
tip,
won't.
and then
I won't.
I hope he strikes out the rest of the week.
I know, and I know you, and I know you want him to strike out as much as I do. So
Sure.
because I've known you for 40 years, I know that. But he's on the other team. I'm not standing up and clapping. Nope.
I don't mind
think
the hat tip moment, but the second he's in the box, I you're not an Astro. I don't care who you are.
I'll tell you
Exactly.
what, the grin he had when he hit that home run off of
Uh,
McCormick.
You don't think he was enjoying that?
yes.
Oh, the grin he had. No, I saw it. The grin he had coming around third, and he did a little like what's up to the dugout. Like
Yeah,
that's
y'all
you
traded.
know,
But I don't have a
you
problem with
know.
that. That's being a competitor.
That's
Like
it.
that's not. I'm
That's
actually.
it.
I actually like that. Like that's part of
Fine
the
with it.
game.
Because he wants to win.
That's right.
What are we there for? What
Here,
like
I've got a
who are we
question.
rooting for? Are we rooting for Kyle Tucker the person? Or are we
What
rooting for this team again that's 6.5 games up in
I
the AL
I
West
knew this.
that's
I knew
tied for
this.
third?
This is why I wanted him to go last because I knew this would go on for a while.
so do other teams do this?
I don't know. I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure they do. Now the Astros, to Dorton's point, they do a little overboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean,
Anyway,
I'm sure. But
It's
I
that's
agree.
my hot take.
I agree with
Otherwise,
it.
I think we had a great week and screw the Cubs. Second hot take.
Um,
In a way, there's that many friggin' Chicago Cub transplants that are here. Get your friggin' jerseys off. And there's not that many around here.
me asking, you know my
Go away.
favorite. Me asking,
Go.
you know my favorite Dorton is a fired up
Oh,
Dorton.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the best Dorton.
The
Yeah,
None of them.
annoyed, aggravated.
None of those.
yes,
None of them.
Yeah.
yes. It's
Oh,
my favorite Dorton.
just a giant section of them. Oh, really? Oh, really? You guys all just came here from Chicago to Houston?
This is my favorite
Fantastic.
Dorton.
Get the
Yeah.
hell out of here. Enjoy your series loss on your plane ride back to Chicago or your whatever
Or to Pearland.
Pearland where you grew up and were raised, and your great great grandfather once removed was from Chicago at one point. Lived there for a month. I'm a
Cub
Cubs
fans
fan.
Cub fans are weird.
They're
They are
they're terrible.
they are weird like that.
They're not Yankees fans or Rangers fans, but they're pretty bad.
All right, Miesky.
They're loyal losers. Yeah. So my hot take, uh, I'm in between talking about Joe Espada and Dana Brown.
All right,
You're in between that?
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna go with Joe Espada.
let's go.
Ooh, this ought to get interesting.
Manager of the year, not even close. Up to this point. It's not even
Well,
close.
there are no
Well,
awards given
I
right
know.
now.
I know. But what this team has done, and he has managed them, right? I
yeah.
mean, he's the manager.
Okay, I'm moving.
Unbelievable. I mean, it really is unbelievable.
Wow.
Wow. Ow.
That is a hot take. And I understand it, and we'll never know this. And I get it. I think the pitching coaches need some freaking
No doubt.
serious
Agree.
credit. Like,
Oh, God.
Agree. 100% agree.
and Mieski, to your point, he is the manager, so he does deserve a ton of credit.
He did
This,
leave McCullers in for that.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
just that's a doc. That's a doc right there. But I get it. I get it. I just wanted to say, like, the the two pitching coaches. What is it? One's is it Josh Smith? What's his name?
Miller is one of them, and
Josh
then
Miller. Josh Miller.
yeah,
They it's fine. Joe Spot's the manager. He deserves credit. Those two guys deserve raises. Like
yeah, Josh Miller and Bill Murphy, which
Bill Mervin. Yeah.
I saw a cool interview. If you hadn't seen it, Astros Bases Loaded. You know, it comes on before.
Yeah.
I watched it, I guess, yesterday when I was staying in the deck, and really, really good interview. So if you get the chance, I won't go on about that, but really, really good. But yes, I mean, those two guys, impressive for sure. You know, oh my gosh, what was the guy before Strom? You know, everybody
Yeah,
thought the sky was falling when Stromy left, and
sure.
um,
I will say when he was leaving and he was retiring, which then of course He just wanted. It was he just went to Arizona where he's from or lived. I will say this: he did say you've got two guys here that are going to be just fine. I mean, he said that like these guys are good.
Yes.
He said that.
And
So
I was saying between Joe Spot and Dana Brown because Dana Brown, I mean, is Cam Smith going to be the next Jeff Bagwell trade? I mean, I
so hold up.
know.
Whoa! Don't touch that topic yet.
Oh, got it coming up.
Oh, okay. All
So,
right.
anyways, that is why Dana Brown was. I'm in between. I'm in between those two, but
Well, we have bagged on Dana Brown. Some of it's been justified.
A
But
lot of it has been justified.
from
I
what
mean,
we
he is
know,
true. He is the
From
general
the
manager.
communication that's been put forth from the Astros,
yeah,
that has
but they're
been
not going to.
justified.
He is
Well,
the general
I don't blame
manager.
him.
okay,
I don't
then
blame
he
him for
takes
telling
it.
us everything.
He is
Then
the
he
general
takes it.
manager. He did come up find this guy named Brandon Walter. I mean, he's the GM. I don't know if he's the one that found
Yeah,
him, but he still had to pull the trigger. And there's others, and we don't need to. So he
yeah,
gets credit. He gets credit for all of that. So
yeah.
fair.
God, Brandon Walter.
Yeah.
Win.
All right, you want my hot take?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Record this. Oh, it's being recorded. Good.
Okay. All right.
Cam Smith will have a better career than Kyle Tucker.
I could not disagree more.
You could not disagree more?
I think he's already
No.
I think he's already on track to have, I think he is.
Well, I mean, yeah, Tucker's what? Tucker came up in what, 19? 18? Because he wasn't there in 17, right?
Yeah, but look at look at
Mm-mm.
what Tucker did his rookie year versus what the splash that Cam's making. It's not even. I think Cam is head and shoulders above the guy already, and nothing but up,
I mean,
up, nothing but up, nothing but up.
their profile, draft profile is similar. Tucker was a little higher, but look. Well, I mean, you got to understand that's a hot take. Like Kyle Tucker is one of the best 5 outfielders in Major League
Yeah.
Baseball.
Yeah, that's
I
why I'm
mean,
struggling agreeing here.
oh, again, it's hot takes. You don't have to
Sure.
agree, and I
I'm
like it
with
when we
you.
disagree. But if we want to get hotter than hot takes, I think he's going to be a better Major League Baseball player than Kyle Tucker, and Kyle Tucker's pretty freaking good.
I would say he has shown
Yes.
in 3 months the potential. Obviously, time will tell, and
Time will tell.
you
I
can
think he's
come
got.
you can come
I
back
think
to this date and say, I told you way back when.
Yeah.
And yeah, for sure.
His upside is, I mean, my God, it's
He
through the
hammers
roof.
He hammers
It's
the
through the
baseball,
roof.
which Tucker does too, of course.
Yeah.
I just
Through the roof.
He's got more athleticism.
I agree.
He does have that. I mean, he still scares the crap out of me. I mean, him tracking balls and Jose Altuve tracking balls sometimes are very similar. Now,
He's made some great plays. I mean, I haven't seen him.
No, he's just
He's made him.
it looks unorthodox because this
Well,
is
he's inexperienced.
Yes, 3 months in, right? So
Well, he's 3
that'll
months
get
in.
better.
He's 3 months into right field as well. You got to
Correct.
remember, Tucker was an outfielder all through
No,
high
that's what I'm
school,
saying.
minors. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's in a new position, and that's why it still looks unorthodox at times. Um,
Do we think he stays there? Do we think he stays in right field?
I mean, I don't see why not. It depends on who we go out and get. If
I would
we.
say yes. I think so.
I think he's too athletic not to.
Yeah. I think you would waste him at third base, which
Yeah.
was his original place, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, that would be awesome.
He is. I said, I think this is the third straight podcast. I'm gonna say this. I'm so glad they didn't send him down because there's a lot of people that were wanting him sent down after his slow start.
Yes.
And they didn't do it. I mean,
they hung with him.
He batted cleanup multiple times this week.
Yeah.
And delivered.
Sure did. It makes it interesting. It really does. And
Who remind me who he was drafted by again?
Your Chicago Cubs.
yeah,
Which makes that series
Oh,
just hey.
do they do a
Remember,
montage of him being
remember me?
drafted when he goes there? Do they
Yeah,
like?
they should have. That's the
no.
montage that should have happened. The montage should have been every single one of
So
Cam
I'll
Smith's
make it.
Sorry,
bombs.
I brought it back up.
I
Sorry,
know. I'll make.
sorry,
I'll make a
sorry.
confession. I'll make a confession. I had a text ready to go to you guys saying this that exact topic, and as I was about to hit send, Tucker went yeah, and I went.
Yep. That's done. That's done.
All right,
There that goes.
maybe it's not the right time to send this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But that was cool for him doing against the team he drafted.
yeah.
Hell
I mean,
yeah. That
Two
was
bombs,
awesome.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went two. Yeah,
Montage of every single bomb that he's ever hit against the Cubs. Against the Cubs.
All right, move on
all
so that
right,
we don't bring
next.
up the
Yeah,
montage,
exactly.
the aggregate
All right, let's
montage.
We'll
move
do
on.
another montage the next set.
Yeah. This one. I want you to think about this, and I understand this is buyer. I'm gonna do a buy or sell,
Okay.
and I understand where we are roster wise, all that. We all know that, and we all know who one of my favorite punching bags is for a number of reasons. But seriously, buy or sell this. Should Lance McCullers start another game for the Astros? Notice I did not say not pitch ever again because I would never pitch him
Okay.
again. But should he start?
You would never pitch him again? Is that what you said?
I would absolutely not. Like
Oh,
no.
yeah, he's done.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I just
no, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, so phrase it
I
the right
mean,
way. Phrase it the right way though, like
Buy or sell what?
buy or sell.
buy or sell should Lance McCullers be a starter or should he be put in the bullpen?
Okay. Well,
Now remember, this has been a topic for years, and he's always said he does not want to go to the bullpen.
Yeah,
I don't want to go to the bullpen.
So the statement is, put him in the bullpen, buy or sell.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Is what
Sorry,
we're saying.
sorry,
No,
sorry
that's
that I
what.
misworded that.
No, I'm trying to decide whether I say buy or sell. So we'll
Yeah, I got you.
say
That's fair.
okay. So I will say until we get reinforcements in our starting pitchers, I will sell this. The second that we get anybody, he goes to the bullpen. If he doesn't like it, kick rocks. And those conversations are happening. I'm telling you right now. Those conversations. I mean, I'm not.
I don't know. I mean, he's got 17.5 this year, 17.5 next year. Like, I mean, are they happening? Sure, but like, that's not an easy conversation. Meaning, you can't just DFA the guy. I mean, you can, but you've already done that with a number of people who you're wasting money
I
on.
know. Yeah.
No one really wants him unless you absorb most of his salary. So that's basically the same thing. Like, there's no value there.
No, it's not great. But if you're not going to keep rolling out a guy who's essentially toast.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you said that. I want to hear what Dorton says first, and then I'm going to follow. There's a follow up.
Okay.
God. So my first instinct is buy. That's my first instinct. Like especially after seeing that, absolutely. This guy threw 12 balls in a row in the top of the first inning. 12 balls in a row. He walked in. He walked in a run after Tucker had a walk or had a single.
Yep.
The crowd went wild, and then 12 balls later, Tucker was crossing home plate. At that point, like, in my opinion, good Lord, like, at least start warming someone up.
I don't want to put you on the spot, but what's my word for that, Dorton, that you're describing? non-competitive.
Yeah.
Yes, but he stayed in the game. Okay, all right, he stayed in the game. He's there.
Because he was forced to.
Correct. He was forced
Like,
to.
Because the only thing that he can essentially do right now effectively
But I'm gonna,
is eat innings. So go ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna take you back.
Not good innings, but go ahead.
yeah, it's not
So
effective.
then we kept him in. He had one. He had two good innings, and then the fourth, or I think the fifth, whatever it was, it turned into just a nightmare, right? The nightmare of an inning, and it was at that point ball game. Tucker kind of gave the fans what they wanted, I guess, and
Oh man, he's going to
put
die on this hill tonight.
put it out of the
Right.
park. I mean, I saw people standing up and
Oh
clapping
God, here we
after
go.
that. Are you kidding me?
I'm glad I wasn't there. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm with you.
So anyway, and like the fact that he pitched to Tucker to begin with, the fact that McCullers pitched to Tucker was insane because he had already put two on, and it was like, no, 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 please don't do this. This is a bad idea. Like people were saying this. This is a bad idea. What are we doing? Why are we keeping him in? This is a bad idea. And then done and done. We've seen this before. We saw him open up about a month ago and give up what 10 or 11 runs in two innings, right? And then this is terrible. Terrible things happened. Some terrible things were said on Twitter. Uh, what happened to the guy? Like he came in and ate some innings. So my original thought is like he is going to get some hate from this. And I'm not saying the threats. I'm saying he's going to get some hate. And I think that we might see a few games of decent McCormick. I'm sorry, not
McCullers.
McCormick, McCullers. We might see some decent McCullers, but then to Neil's point, as soon as we get some reinforcements in, he's got to get in the bullpen. Like we can't just do this roller coaster of like, we're gonna have like one game of they're just gonna score as many as they can, and then he'll get better once everyone's mad at him.
Every game this week was competitive except one.
Yes, everyone because
Everyone.
of the pitching. Every game was competitive because of the pitching.
Here's where I'm at, and I'm going to make this short and sweet. I think he's a waste of space. I think he's a waste of a contract. I think he's a waste and a waste and a waste. And here's why. I mean, we have catered to his ass and paid him a bunch of money for a long time. And he plays the, I don't want to be a bullpen. I'm a starter. I get paid like a starter. Remember 2017? I can't, dude. Like, it's just butt bait. Like, and if that's put him in the bullpen to what Neil said, eat inning, fine. Bring him in when we're up 10 or down 10. If you can't cut him or DFA him, it's going to come to a point where they're going to DFA him or trade him somewhere and take all the and absorb all the money. So it's the
Right.
same scenario. Like, I don't understand why we wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. I mean, we found a dude, and I'm not saying you do this every time, off of the garbage pile. And he has been our third best starter for the last month. And until Fromber's last few starts, you would say he was better than Fromber. Now, Fromber's, to his credit,
Ooh.
is dealing.
Ooh.
But, like, what are we, like, and I know what it is. It's because of the price tag.
Yep.
But, like, how long are we going to cater to this? Like, I mean, you know me. I
Until
don't
there's
want.
no options.
It's not my money. So I would DFA him and let him sell coffee at the dealerships in Sugarland, the car dealerships. But again, I'm not one to foot in the bill, so that's not. I get it. But
Well, like what I
it's a
think.
joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I think he goes to the bullpen. If it doesn't work,
I'm not sure he's going to agree to that. I'm really not. He never has.
Well,
I
he's
mean, at
running
some
out of
point, somebody's got
choices.
to say, like, all right, well,
Well,
fine.
to what Neil said earlier, you don't think those conversations happened, Dorton? You
Yeah.
know they have over the years. I mean, he's been hurt 90% of the last 4 years, 95%. So you know those conversations have been happening over and over. He said, "I'm not going to the bullpen. I'm a starter."
Yeah. When you're doing well, your voice is heard,
How about when you're actually playing? He hadn't played in 95% of the games last 4 years.
and you bring him back, you give him the chance, and then when it doesn't work, then we got decisions.
When someone at this level is non-competitive, it's time to pull the cord.
Yeah,
That's why
that's
I
fair.
think he's going to get a chance or two
Well,
still.
what I want people that listen to the podcast understand, this isn't just about one start. And I also
No,
acknowledge that he's had some good starts because he has,
sure.
but his ERA is almost 7.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
non-competitive.
Not good. Not good baseball. Not giving your team a chance. Yeah. No, I agree.
All right, I've got one more,
Okay.
and then we'll move on. Buy or sell? Should Jose Altuve be hitting third in the lineup right now?
This is a good one because
Mm.
I'll tell you this: my
Ooh.
patience with Jose Altuve had hit almost rock bottom Sunday,
And then he hit a home
Until
run.
and then he hit a home run.
until he came right back in it.
Just when I think you
Came-
can't be any
Which
dumber,
by
go
the
and
way,
totally redeem yourself.
that was a home run in
One part, two.
2.
Two barks.
Can you
Yeah.
name the other? Think about it.
I mean,
Uh,
Fenway.
yeah,
Ding ding.
over the monster. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So buy or sell? Does he hit third? This is
Buy
No,
or
should
sell.
he?
Yeah, buy or sell. No, I'm saying current state. Don't give me any of this in case someone comes back. Buy or sell. Should he be hitting third in the lineup right now?
I'm a buy that he hits third.
No, I didn't say what you think he's going to do. I'm asking, would you buy or sell it?
That he needs to hit third. I'm buying.
Okay. Okay. You're saying
Yeah,
you're
I'm
buying
buying that he hits third in our
it.
line.
Okay. All right. Jordan.
Buy. Are you asking me if I think I have any faith in Jose Altuve?
That's not what I asked. I asked if he was hit
That's
third in the
what that
lineup.
is exactly what you're asking. Like, do I think that
No, I didn't say it.
we should move him?
I didn't say
We
buy
should
or sell.
move
Do you
him
have
down.
faith in Jose Altuve? That's not what I said. I said
No,
buy or
but
sell.
it
Should
is
he
he shouldn't
should he?
be batting third implies he doesn't you don't have faith in him batting
To
in the
do the
top half
job.
of the order. Buy. Hard buy.
Where does this top half of the order? That's 4.5. That's not I'm not implying that at all.
Where's he gonna go?
I don't know. I'm not. I mean, there
You
are
tell me.
there are 8 other spots. I
Uh,
didn't. I just said third. I didn't say move
yeah.
him to 9th. Did I?
Well, you
No.
did imply that.
No, I did not.
No, I mean I think I like Altuve at third, or in the third in the 3 spot there. Look, he had an off week for plain and simple, but when it matters,
It's been more than a week.
well, you know what? When it mattered, and it mattered on Sunday, what did he do?
I know.
He does
Like,
have the second most home runs on our team.
he sure does.
Okay.
I just
And what are you doing?
you buying or selling? Sport?
And I don't know if you answered the McCullers one.
You didn't, but I think we
I
know that
mean,
one.
yeah. I mean, is that really
I think we know
necessary?
that. I think we know that answer.
Fair.
I would never pencil him in to start a game ever again. But that, but I'm not like this. back to that one real fast. I mean, I've said he should be in the bullpen 5 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever. It doesn't matter. I would sell it.
Where
would sell
would you put him in the lineup?
Well, not 9, like you said I was implying.
No, but where would you put him?
Top half or bottom half? 4
Top
or
half
5?
or 4.5? Over under.
I might put him at. I might put him at 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, and here's what I think is odd. Here's what I think is odd about it. Now, of course, yes, we know he was at 1, but he's been at 1 for a long time. Everyone else gets moved around. I mean, Diaz was at 9. Diaz is at 8. Diaz has been at 2.
Yeah.
Like they're tinkering everything else, which by the way, I love.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Well,
perform or go back. I mean, what a
and
concept.
you know what? The second you have a couple of games, move right back up.
Yeah.
Play the hot hand.
I agree.
I would bat him I'd bat him at 5 for now. I mean, if you look at his last month, 3 weeks, it's not pretty.
It's not. Let's also look at the last 3 weeks of or 2 weeks of Cooper Hummel.
Why?
Stop.
Why?
What's his WRC plus?
What does it matter?
Does he have one?
Mm-hmm.
Is it
negative?
negative?
I mean, why are we going from Jose Altuve to trash Hummel? Like why is that the comparison?
Because his WRC plus is between Jeremy Pena and Isaac Paredes.
Who's his?
Cooper Hummel.
Give it a week.
Really?
Give it a week.
142.
Oh my God.
Give it a week.
142 WRC plus.
Okay. Now do my boy. What's Cam Smith's?
Cam is at 122.
Okay.
Give it a week.
Hey,
just
side
saying.
note.
I don't think that there's going to be any weight there. I think this is a thing. All right, sorry. Go ahead, Neil.
Yeah, this is a running into a few on a week.
Yeah. This goes back to McCullers. If you don't start him, are you starting Gusto?
I would start my yellow lab before I would start McCullers. But
who is your yellow lab?
Is your yellow lab named Ryan Gusto?
No, but it is named Dusty.
Hey, I knew you loved Dusty Baker.
Yeah,
I knew.
I know.
Deep down, you always love that guy.
For the record, she was brought here by Santa in 2017, long before Dusty was with the Astros. But
karma, fate.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's just
that's a fair question, Neil.
Because those are the things that I'm thinking. Like,
yeah, but here's the thing: Gusto hasn't been
good. Terrible. It was just terrible after McCullers was terrible.
That's right.
But he definitely wasn't as terrible as McCullers was.
Man, come on, he gave up like 6.
Yeah, he wasn't
4.
Great.
He gave up 4.
He wasn't great.
Yeah.
He didn't give up the 8 that McCullers did.
Agreed. At least it wasn't in the first inning this time.
Dude, look, I'm not saying, but at least he's competitive. Like, that's not a great option. It's fair, Neil. That's a fair question. But I mean, you have him, you have Bloombow. I mean, there's a lot of people that I would pitch before him.
I'm just saying, and I agree. I agree that there's, before you give up on 17 million, if he's making 2.5, it's a no-brainer. We get it. Before you give up on 17 mil, you're
17.5.
You're gonna give it the shakeout. And
what's the shakeout? He hasn't been here for 95% of the games.
I get it. I'm just saying, I don't want to. I mean, that was my question, and we could go down that rabbit hole.
Yes, we can.
So that was my question. Okay, go ahead.
We're gonna give Jason Alexander another shot.
You know that's coming. I thought that's who was going to pitch Sunday.
Can we give him another shot?
He's coming. He's coming. I guarantee you he's coming.
Good
Um,
question.
We'll put him on a dang Greyhound again. Let's get him. Let's get him here.
well, I mean, I guess he's in Sugarland, so we're going to Denver. So maybe put him on a train. I don't know.
Get him on it right now, though. Good Lord, he doesn't have he got a little bit to go.
I'll
Long
tell
way to
you,
go.
y'all know I like this guy, but he was hurt honestly a bunch in minors. I am very curious to see how Colton Gordon
Yeah.
shapes up. The numbers aren't great; they're not terrible. He's had some good starts lately. There's something there. There's something
Gets the
there.
job done.
Yeah, there's something there. Which I mean, he was highly drafted. I mean, he was drafted. I don't know, third, fourth round. So I mean, he was highly drafted. I just he just seemed like he just competes, and that's my issue with McCullers. Like I'm just worried that he's going to throw a grand slam and then take a knee and drink some coffee for a minute and throw a ball underhand. I mean, and I know but I just don't see. I don't know. I don't know. I like what I'm seeing from Colton Gordon, which leads me to this point, and then we'll start moving on. Where is Spencer Arrighetti? Remember, we like this guy's forgotten.
Yeah.
What is the timetable? Do we have a timetable yet?
I think they said he and Jordan maybe are going
Oh, wow.
down to
West Palm.
yeah, to throw, but whatever.
We'll see about that.
Yeah,
We'll see.
exactly.
Real quick, let's go ahead and give some upside to our crack medical staff there at the Astros. Like the fact that, I mean, like we diagnosed a cracked rib and Pena in less than 3 weeks, I think is a pretty decent, like we didn't even have him doing like any kind of other activities before diagnosing a cracked rib.
That's fair, but didn't you diagnose it beforehand on group text?
Well, yeah, well, I said,
I'm
I think
giving
I
you
said
credit
something,
here, by the way.
I think I said something like, well, what does imaging, he had some imaging done.
Yeah.
Like, well, maybe, maybe try an x-ray, guys. I don't know. I'm, I'm no, I'm no doctor,
Yeah, dude,
but,
the whole, and again, I'm not going to blame the medical staff because we don't know, but there is some ridiculousness that goes on through the front office. Like it's just,
well, yeah, regardless of what actually happens, what gets communicated is insane. The fact that we're sitting here praising them for diagnosing a cracked rib,
I feel,
I'm hoping beyond hope that they knew it was a cracked rib as soon as the first as soon as Pena went in there and they got an x-ray and they're like, yep, it's cracked. And then it took them a few days to figure out maybe we should go ahead and just put this out there now and not
I
wait three
feel, I
weeks because
feel,
that
I
didn't
feel bad.
work out.
I feel bad for Pena because, and I'm not, I really do. Like I was a little concerned that he was going to be left out, which he deserves. He deserves to be on the All-Star team.
Yes.
But now that sucks. Um,
And maybe it's not a cracked rib. Maybe this is just a way of him of like to save face and like you don't have to worry about it. And like you played every single game and Neil, here's your off week. But
Yes. I'm okay with no Astros showing up to the All-Star.
that's a whole other topic. I am too. I mean,
it's
I am too.
oh, I would love
I mean,
it.
that's
I would
my
love
favorite.
nothing more.
That's my
I would
favorite thing
love
when Altuve and all them told them no. I mean,
I would
Yes.
love nothing more than Hunter Brown getting nodded for the to be the starting pitcher and being like, pass. I'm good.
I would. He would
I'm
immediately
good.
go. He would immediately go into
Oh,
Astros
of course.
legend status for me.
Yeah, of course.
Like he would immediately be up there with like
But he would
underneath.
also immediately start that game. But if he did
Yeah.
it, if he did that, it would be like you're
Yeah.
you are the best in the entire world.
Yep. Yeah, he could never pitch again, and I would try to get his number retired for the Astros.
Yeah.
If he did that. Now, of course, it's also a once in a lifetime deal to be asked to start the game and
Yeah.
get to start it which I mean, I get it. All right. That was actually pretty good.
Scooble likely to start.
Yeah, I feel so. I mean, like, I
There's
think
not
Hunter
there's not a lot
but,
of
but Scooble's Jesus.
there's not a lot of pitchers that like you just want to like turn on the TV and watch. I mean, I just love the whole dynamic of pitching.
Last night he
Man,
was
I could watch him every game. Like it's
I agree.
ridiculous.
I mean, like, he's hands down.
Yep.
Hey, we should get him.
That'd be great. That would be nice. And I will tell y'all this. There's going to be names that we don't know about that will be available. The pickings are slim right now. Now that'll change.
You
But
say. Sorry, go ahead.
that is one. I'm gonna say I'm going to. You say this. They dropped the ball on that deal big time, and I'm not talking about the trade. The fact that they let the Angels take him. I don't know if they were too. I don't know what was going. Well, he wasn't that expensive,
I'm sure they paid more.
or they were just the first solid offer, and he just said, "Take it." I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that was one that was there for the taking that they should have saved some face on. And seriously, he was not going to be as good as he was when he was the second year, and he
He's
hasn't
pretty
been
damn
this
good
year.
against us.
You want to talk about an inning eater? That's an
Yeah.
inning eater who is,
Yeah.
3 runs a game, three and a half
And
runs
that's
a
what
game.
we needed.
Yes. Yes. They dropped the ball. That is one that they definitely dropped the ball on. All right. Who's got on this date?
I got one.
Oh, you got one?
Oh, you got one too?
No, go ahead. Mine's short and sweet, so I'll go at the end.
Well, then I want them
Same.
both.
We are exactly 1 year to the day of hot take Altuve getting fired off, getting it taken off his shoe, throwing his shoe at people.
Oh, nice.
I love it.
Getting
One of my
ejected.
favorites. That's one of my favorites.
We are a year to the day. We were 1 year ago.
That's one of my favorite Altuves.
Now that one's my favorite Altuve.
That is a good one. This was today's the 30th. So today, 1 year ago today, we beat the Mets in an 11 inning game, which put us one game over 500.
I knew I had a sneaky suspicion this was going to come up. Not that per se, but what our record was this time last year. I had a feeling this was going to come up.
41 and 40. So I guess that the total number of games haven't matched.
Right. Yeah.
One game over 500 last year.
That's pretty good.
How many games over 500 are we right now?
Yeah, just a few more.
16. That's what I'm afraid of.
That's still pretty good.
No, it is. But we went on a run after we DFA'd somebody special.
We did not.
But
lose
Jordan
series
is killing it. Jordan's killing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? And Walker over at first is having a career season.
He sucks, man.
Like
I'm so disappointed in him.
But like it's one of those things where like, how is this happening? Right? Like,
oh, I know.
How is this happening? Well, and then it goes back to, well, we have pitchers named Walter and Gordon and Ort and King that no one's heard of that are doing.
Yeah, it's about time to
jobs.
ship. It's about time to ship Ort to the reservation.
It's getting
that fun.
It's guys like that have come in.
No,
played their roles to this point.
Sousa.
Sousa is incredible.
Okert.
Yep.
I mean, it's all of them.
Pitching wins, boys. I don't know if you've heard that.
No, yeah, I know.
And let me tell you this. Abreu has turned back into 2022 Abreu all of a sudden.
He had some impressive outings
over the past week.
I
I saw for the first time some 2022 Abreu, where he walked in there and like 5 pitches later, he was walking off the field.
Yeah, I agree. But I will say this: if you go back and because these things are recorded, there were
Uh,
some interesting takes, which by the way were warranted. So I want to make sure we clarify that of Josh Hader this time last year. That dude,
mhm.
I'm telling you, it works backwards, man. If you've got a guy in the back end, it just funnels down. It just funnels down, man.
Yeah, I
He's
think there was some behind the scenes Presley. I just think all of that played a role. I'm not blaming
Yeah, because
Presley. I'm just
press. I
saying
will. I will.
I'm just saying there was an atmosphere that was not comfortable. And
That's
Hader
fair.
got his haircut.
Yep. All right. I like both those. Those are good. Was I had the telecast or the game on? It was kind of on way low mute, and I'm sorry I don't know have this memorized. Were they showing the Biggio 3000 hit because it was this weekend? Is
It
that why?
was.
Yeah, that's
It
what I
was.
thought. Okay.
Yeah, they had a plaque
No, no,
up.
no, 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 no,
Yep.
no. Maybe
I think
maybe
it
it
was.
was, but I think they were. It could have been. I don't remember either. I was like you. I was doing things while it was on, but I know Altuve is approaching Bagwell. He's one hit away
All right,
from
he's
Yeah,
about to pass.
he's
He's
one
about to
hit
pass
away.
Bagwell for number two all time.
two. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one from Bagwell, but they have a 3,000 plaque up out and left, um, just outside the Crawford
If there
boxes
was
now.
only like some place we could look it up. Hmm.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Nope, I'm out.
It's impossible.
I got nothing.
Impossible to do.
All right,
Can't do it.
who wants to go first? You know what? I'm gonna go first because I don't
Oh,
want y'all to take mine.
there's a no-brainer.
Wait,
I know where
what?
you're going. Go ahead.
Dumb phone player of the week.
You go last.
No, not this time. I don't. Why? Because I said so. And two, I don't want y'all to take my guy. Come on, who do y'all think I'm going with?
On the count of
The
three. One, two,
Zenzo.
three. Cam
The
Smith.
Zenzo.
Neil guessed it. Mm.
Shocker. Shocker.
He's getting my dumb phone. He's gonna have an eternal dumb phone for me, but he's crushing. So one of y'all are gonna take it. I wanted to get it in there. Cam Smith's my dumb phone player of the week.
That's a good one.
I'm
I
going
was gonna take him.
yeah, but
You what? You were?
Yeah, that was gonna be mine.
I think I knew one of y'all two would.
All right.
Do your searching, Dorton.
No,
I
I
am
know. I know mine.
I am going Fromber
Fair.
because
It
we
is
all
fair.
we all said last week we did not think he was going to pitch Sunday, and so when he did,
I really didn't.
I
and
couldn't believe it.
right,
I honestly couldn't believe it.
so he, I mean, think about what he did, right? Shutout versus the Phillies, and that was what, 7 innings? Yeah, 7 innings, 4 hits, 0 runs. He did have some walks. That was frustrating a little bit, but no runs. He worked out of it. And then backs it up with the Chicago Cubs. Like we talked about how good Chicago's offense is,
Yeah,
and 6 innings, 0 runs. And so, and it takes a lot because Fromber, I mean,
can get annoying. Can get annoying.
I love good Fromber. But it doesn't
Hmm.
take much to bad Fromber to stick his neck out. But what like
Why do teams not bunt against him more?
he's a pretty good fielder. Like he gets off pretty good. I mean
What?
Fromber?
He's awful.
Nah.
He's
I,
awful.
I
you're
don't
talking
think
about
he's
like
awful. I think he's made some pretty
He will
bad
throw the
plays in the
ball. He
past,
will
but
throw the ball
he'll throw in the right field in a hurry.
into the
no,
right
no. I
field
think he's made some
stands.
bad plays, but he's quick to get on the ball and he has made some good plays.
Yeah,
If
I don't
he's
know.
rolling, I would bunt him, and bunt to him because guess what? Out of three, he's going to mess up two at one, and then guess what? Then what you do? You get meltdown from her. Like he's not easy to hit. We get that, right? Dude, I have seen him throw the ball into right field so many times.
Yeah, but I just nah. I mean, I know what you're saying. That there is an image in my brain of him doing that, and you're right. He throws one out there, and you got him.
Got him. He's done.
So, but I want to go back.
I'm saying that because he's hard to hit consistently.
Yeah, okay, I can see you. I mean, I understand that. I do want to back up the Fromber game too with the 2 innings by Abreu, which Jordan you mentioned Abreu, and he was close on my dome foam list, but I mean he bailed Frommer out in
He
that
did.
seventh
He
inning,
sure did.
and then to come back in the eighth and do what he did. I mean, just great job. But Fromber, you're my dome foamer of the week, or you get my dome foamer of the week.
Man, if you got one from Mieski, that's gonna be a cold one. That's a good one.
Yeah, mark it.
All right, Jordan.
Mine is mine might be interesting for y'all, but I'm sticking to it. Isaac Paredes this week.
Man, I
Listen,
like him batting leadoff, dude.
Him coming in there and you know what he did this week?
Sunday.
That dude pulled pitches. Full stop.
Over 30 and 3 at bats.
Yes.
That's all he did. All he did was pull pitches.
That's ridiculous against Major League pitching.
And fun fact, I think one fan got the same dang foul ball. He hit it in the same spot.
I will tell you
into
this.
left field, and he almost the same spot.
There is a small chance that me and my middle one could be there Monday against next Monday, a week from today, against the Guardians. Yeah. Depending on what goes on with baseball and all that stuff.
Get you something out there in left field.
I'm sitting right there in that spot.
Get you something out there in left field.
Second deck or up high on the first deck. He hits it there
where
over
y'all's tickets were?
and over.
Yes.
Where y'all's tickets were? He hit about 3 up there.
Crazy.
Like that dude just pulls. I mean, but the whole point is, like, yes, I think he yacked one out, didn't he? Didn't he have one?
Yeah, he did earlier in the week. Yeah, because Cam hit the game 1 against the Cubs, right?
Yep. And then
and 2 in the blowout, he hit one. Maybe
he did.
Maybe
or was that Diaz?
No.
Paredes hit one.
Paredes did. Yeah. You're right. So, but even more so, like beyond that, that guy just sat up there and just ate pitches. Just
I know.
Come on.
He's amazing. He's amazing at that.
I mean, like, we looked at each other and like we were like, holy crap, he's 20 pitches in the top of the first, and this is the first batter.
He changed the game. Like,
how is that?
What's amazing is he's Deadpool. Like, it's not even like he's not like fouling him off, spraying him back, check swing. I mean, he is Deadpool, and it's just he's unreal.
He changed the game Sunday.
I love him at leadoff. I love him. Now you can't take Pena back to what he's done, but I mean, I think you have to bat him too. I think you have to.
I agree.
I'd love to see him too when Pena's healthy and comes back, and hopefully
I'm saving the lineup talk for when.
I was just about to go there. You want to save it for next week?
I'm just saving it to where when we, because I heard today
I can't wait for Jordan to get back. We just have another wrench.
There's rumors of Jordan showing up in LA. Not likely, but there's some talk about him. I agree. So
no chance. No, 0.0.
No way before All-Star break. No way.
Nope.
Well, maybe the home series against Cleveland. Maybe. We'll see.
I'd love it. I'd love it. I'd love to be wrong, but I don't think so.
I would be surprised. But he's out there swinging. They showed clips of him swinging. So
hold on. We think.
No, I actually saw a video. Well, it could have been from last
year. Yeah. We think.
That's
AI
true.
generated. It's AI generated. You know it is.
Believe nothing.
Or it's like Neil said, or it's from September of last year.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. But
all right. Let's get to some predictions here.
Well, Mieski gets to go first since for the first time in a long time he
I
nailed
think I
it.
won back-to-back weeks. I
No,
think
you did. No, you did.
yes. I
No
think
one will ever know.
Yeah.
No one can ever find that out.
100%. Uh,
Okay, hold on. Colorado for 3, LA for 3.
yeah.
Right. So you play the best record and the worst record in the same week in Major League Baseball.
All right, you want to
Do we have how
let me
far
give
can we
ours.
say who's starting?
I can give us 6 right now.
For
You
sure?
ready? No, for sure. Yeah, for sure. These are the 6 for sure. You bet.
Man,
Because
Jordan's on a freaking
Yeah.
tangent today.
someone's definitely not getting hurt. All right, ready?
All right. I just want to know what the aggregate says.
Oh, nice.
Colton Gordon,
Mm-hmm.
Hunter, Walter.
Yeah.
Get his name right, dude.
I know. I'm trying. Whoever this guy is.
Okay, those 3 are announced
Colorado.
are
That's
so far
Colorado.
Colorado. Okay.
Gordon, Brown, Walter. All right. McCoffey,
L.
Framber, Gordon.
So the
Really?
same. Yeah. So that's the same. Is Gordon announced? Is he
So this
or
is just
projected?
projected. This is
Yeah.
Fangraphs projected, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're
But
just
I
redoing
will
the
say
order.
this. Guess what? With the exception of McCoffey, they nailed it.
Yeah.
They
Last
nailed
week.
it.
I don't think I said this again. I know I said this last week and I was wrong. Do we play that Monday? We do, don't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Talking
And then
about
we come
Lawrence.
Oh yeah,
immediately. Like we
that's the
are.
game. That's the game I might go to.
Yeah, we're immediately on the flight in from Los Angeles here, and then we play Monday night. Cleveland.
There will be a spot starter Sunday. Gordon will pitch Monday.
That's what I would think too. It's one
Against
thing.
the Dodgers.
Yeah, I don't think you want. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think you would want to start Gordon against the Rockies, see how he does, give him an extra day, not pitch against that fiasco in LA that they mash. You know, you just lost because McCullers gave up 19 runs in the first inning 2 days before. So Fromber
Well,
could pitch well.
Who's starting Friday night for the Dodgers? Projected. Who do you think?
Oh, Shohei.
Shohei Ohtani.
I mean,
Shohei versus McCullers.
Shohei versus O'Colors.
Put a mortgage on it. Put a mortgage on it.
I wouldn't.
would.
They have Ohtani, Knack, and Robleski.
I take that back. And I need to look at next week, and I'm not going to right now for the sake of time. I could see Fromber pitching Sunday, spot start Saturday.
Yeah.
Give Fromber an extra day. What I would like to see is that guy pitching game 1 against the Dodgers, just cross him out and let's be competitive. Let's do like a
history says this. This is the one that pisses you off because he's going to go out there and throw well.
Who?
No, he's not. No, he's not.
McCullers. Yeah. He's going to go out there and throw well against Ohtani at Dodger Stadium.
We'll see. I mean, odds are no.
He eats the hate. He loves your hate. The hate that you give him gives him power.
Well, I haven't been paid on my bets for this over and unders innings yet, but I would be more than happy.
Those are scams. Those are scams.
I'd be more than happy to make a bet, and it will not be. I mean, whatever. Like, what do you want the LMJ number to be? Like
okay, he's going to start. I'll tell you what. This one's easy. He's going to start a game this week, barring injuries.
Yeah, gotta have a caveat. Gotta have a caveat.
Barring injuries, he's going to start one game this week.
Yes.
All right.
And he goes 5.
Neil says 5. Kruger is a hard under on that 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Hard under. And we're going to go. Are we going to go 5 or 5.5? Like
5. He
5.
cleans. He gets 5 out of him.
He ain't making it 5 in LA. No way.
I'm going. Ooh, I'm going to go 4-2, but I'm saying we win both series.
All right.
Okay.
So we're going to lose one in Colorado. I'm telling you, don't say it. We're not sweeping them.
Oh,
Okay.
I agree. No way.
Dorton.
No. We're not sweeping Colorado on the road. Just because it's a road game, and Dodgers, God, on the road. I mean,
Who's pitching the dot? Who's is Shohei Friday? Who's Saturday? And then who's Sunday for the Dodgers?
So Shohei, Knack, Robleski.
Who's the second person?
Knack. Landon Knack. Right-handed.
Okay.
He's a righty.
Must be a prospect. Okay. Which those usually dominate us when they first come up.
Agreed. We've seen that forever.
So-
How many times? Yeah, I know. How many
Forever.
times?
Who is this guy? Oh, good.
Oh,
7
wonderful.
innings, 7
Oh,
innings,
this
1
guy's.
run.
Oh, you mean this
He had
this
a-
future Hall of Famer?
He
Awesome.
he had a 6 ERA in AAA. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah,
getting
exactly.
two
Yeah.
hit shutout.
Yeah.
3-3. We're 3-3.
And keep in mind, there's no Pena.
I know. We're 3-3 this week. We are 2-1 in
Exactly.
Colorado.
Exactly what Neil said.
We're 3-1 in Colorado, and we lose our first series in a month in Los Angeles. I will say this, probably a better team on paper.
There is so much of me that wants to say 5-1 right here,
Yeah.
but when I look at
I was
the
close.
joke of the jokes, and then I don't know who's pitching the third game of the LA. We're sweeping the Rockies because they suck. And yes, I am going to say it, Mieski.
Yeah, you're gonna be wrong.
The
I hope you're right.
The triple Rockies, AAA Rockies. And then just the pitching matchups. I mean, just with who we've got, LA, they win 2 of 3. I hate them. I hate the Dodgers more than the Yankees these days, and that says a lot because I really hate the Yankees. But I think we go 4-2.
All right, so we got a 3-3, 4-2, and
4-2.
4-2.
Just different 4-2.
If McCullers wasn't starting, I would have
Different
gone.
4-2, not the
I
same
would have
4-2.
gone. I would have gone 5-1.
All right.
But he was our only loss this week, non-competitive.
Under 5 innings for McCoffey.
That's easy. He'll be out.
Yeah.
He'll be out in the second.
That ball
That's easy.
that ball will be on the highway out there in LA.
Yeah, I mean he will be. I'll be surprised if he makes it to the second inning.
Me too.
All right, I got nothing else. Like, share, feedback. Look, we've been Astros fans for 40 years, so it just is what it is. This is in the nature of the beast. They're playing well. There's no trophies for 80 games or 80 plus games, but Neil brought up a great stat that we were 1 game over last year this time. However, we played lights out the second half. So hopefully reinforcements are coming and we can keep up the pace. It's going to get real interesting real fast the month of July, which, by the way, starts tomorrow.
Razor thin.
All-star break. And then we've got to figure out what we do from a trade standpoint. I do want to end this podcast with 2 things, saying thank you again to Two Green Chupacabra. Go on there, buy their stuff. They're awesome. Funny names, serious flavors. Give them another shout out. Dome 20. Give them a shout out. Mieski will do another contest on social media. And 2, for all 300 of you Ranger fans that listen to this podcast, y'all suck. 9 games back. Y'all suck. Y'all are such a joke. Be glad that you won when you did, because you're a joke. You are a complete joke.
Lightning in the bottom.
Anything else, boys?
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Go Stros.
Go Astros.
Go Astros.
Go Carolina.
Dude, really? Come on, man.
Just tomorrow.
Yeah, just tomorrow.
Just
I need a scouting report.